Hello! I'm Edward Garfield, Britain's most haunted historian. Dr. David Starkey has only got 2 ghosts in his manor house, and Simon Sharma doesn't even believe in them. I've got 3 ghosts where I live. That makes me Britain's most haunted historian. And I'd like to welcome you to my ghost tour of England and Wales, not Scotland. It's a bit rough up there. And where better to begin with its history of murder, torture, execution, highway robbery, bestiality, rape, incest, child labour, exploitation and death. Where better place to begin than here in Sutton Coldfield. Some of the ghosts I'm going to be telling you about tonight will be spirits of the dead, returned to the living. Others are, I believe, no more than electrical impulses sent here by the aliens to freak us out. So I'm going to ask you to sit back, relax, turn down those lights. If you haven't got a dimmer, perhaps you might want to consider turning off the main light and using an off lamp or a side lamp. Or if you haven't got a side lamp, perhaps you might want to try turning off the main lights and using just a candle. I don't know, that might be too scary. Anyhow, sit back, relax, turn down those lights and give me your full attention as I take you on a tour of the most haunted places in Sutton Coldfield. And where better place to begin than here outside this lovely Art Deco cinema. This was built in 1930, originally as part of the Odeon chain. Odeon was, of course, an acronym named after its founder, Oscar Deutsch. It stood for Oscar Deutsch Entertains O Nation. But of course, there's a ghost connected with this building. Why else would we be here? And people often ask me, they say, Edward, why don't we see any modern ghosts? Well, the ghost that's said to haunt this Odeon is in fact a very modern ghost. Because sightings of this ghost didn't begin until the Odeon chain was taken over by the Empire chain in 2004. Since then, people have noticed a small, dapper man in a suit striding up and down outside the foyer. Sometimes he looks up at the Empire sign and shakes his fist, shouting, "Das ist Scheiße Kinema!" What's he saying? Well, I don't know because I don't speak German. But could it be that this is the ghost of the vengeful Oscar Deutsch, unhappy that his cinema has been taken over by the Empire chain? No one knows. And here we are, outside the Duke Inn, on Duke Street in Sutton Coldfield. There's not one, but 2 ghost stories connected with this pub. So let's go in and see what we can find. Hello!
Hello?
I'm Edward Garfield, Britain's most haunted historian. Have you heard of me?
No.
I think you might want to cut that. Here we are, inside the Duke Inn, one of Sutton's oldest and most venerable pubs. In fact, the Duke Inn was referenced in James Boswell's Life of Dr. Johnson. He's quoted Dr. Johnson as saying, In all Sutton Coldfield, the fittest of birds are to be found in the Duke. Well, of course, we haven't come here looking for fit birds. We've come here looking for ghosts. There are two ghosts connected with this pub. The first ghost is, funnily enough, interested in fit birds of more than one kind, because many of the beautiful young women who sit around in this very saloon often feel a peck on their bottom. And when they look around to see who pecked their bottom, there's no one there. Occasionally, people have seen a strange, craggy-faced man with wild red hair sat in the corner. Could this be connected with the pecking of ladies' bottoms? Could this old man with the red hair, in fact, be the ghost of Rod Hull and Emu? Of course, Rod Hull died falling off a roof. He didn't fall off this roof, though. So why should it be that his ghost is here, sexually harassing the female customers? Could it be that it is in fact the ghost of Rod Hull and Emu? Or could it just be a strange old man with a penchant for sexual harassment? No one knows. Now we're here in the toilet of the Duke Inn. Now don't laugh about this, because quite a lot of toilets are haunted. And this is only the first haunted toilet in Sutton Coldfield. Why toilets are haunted, I don't know. Are hauntings in toilets to do with water? Are they to do with strain? No one knows. But an interesting ghost story connected with this very toilet relates back to a time long before this pub was built, when there used to be a nunnery on this very site. And it's said that one of the nuns was bricked up in the walls around here for the terrible crime of playing with herself after lights out. And it's often been a case that many gentlemen drinkers who come into this toilet late on a Friday night might open up this cubicle door and are startled by the figure of a nun stood there, her face completely veiled, and the only detail they see is one hand on the breast and another hand somewhere under her robes. Could this be a case, perhaps, of too many spirits behind the bar? Or could this be the ghostly nun of the Duke Inn? No one knows. But never forget, by the way, how haunted toilets can be, because after all, and don't forget, even Judy Garland died on the toilet.